everyone, welcome back to my channel. Mel here. I hope you're having a great week so far. I hope you've had some time for some crafty fun. What have you been up to? I've had a great week designing some new makes for magazines, so I can't wait to share those with you. I'll have tutorials on them coming in the next couple of months, so keep your eyes peeled for those. But today we're going to do some sort of shabby chic style. Now, I love grunging up papers and adding inks and ripping them and stuff, but I also love to spend my time colouring. I don't get a chance a lot of the time to add my colouring to cards, but I thought I'd change that today and I decided to do that as a tutorial. So what I did was I made one quickly just to show you. So this is an image from Hannah Lynn Art, and I've actually coloured it up with my Ohuhu markers this time for a wee change. Then I've used lots of fun mulberry flowers, some die cuts, and I've grunged up all the papers and the edges. Now remember, I like to make my cards bigger, not only that so that you can see what I'm doing, but also most of my cards are hand delivered, so they go in boxes. If you don't like this size or this style, change it up. Change it to suit your size, to suit your needs. You don't have to copy this, I'm just giving you some ideas. Before we get started, please remember, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel so much. And if you're not already, maybe subscribe, maybe hit that bell button. You'll get notified when all my upcoming videos come up. I add a video every 2 weeks on a Friday, so let's get started. So I've dug out some papers from my stash. I've got the Craft Consortium Ink Drops Earth, and I'm using some of the gorgeous lush bright blues, this one here, along with some of the gorgeous greens. They're very much brighter in real life. I've also got a lovely butterfly die along with some foliage dies and some oval dies. I've already cut everything out that I need. I've got a coloured image and I used my Ohuhu markers, and the image is a Hannah Lynn Art. I'll link everything below. I've cut a rectangle, I've cut out my oval, and I've cut 2 squares, and I'm using an 8x8 card. Remember, you can use anything you want, any sizes you want. I'm just showing you what I'm doing here. First, we're going to distress the edges. So I've got a wee distress tool here, and all it does is sort of rip the edges, and if you push it in you can get some tears. But if you don't have one of these, you can use scissors, but please be very careful. I mean, adult supervision needed type thing here, so please be careful. I'm going to do this on all my edges for every layer. So now that I've distressed all the edges, you can see they actually look really good like that. It just gives a great effect. I'm going to ink the edges now. You can miss this step out, but I think it just adds another sort of grungy shabby chic style. I'm using my Distress Oxide, and I think it's walnut stain I'm using, but again, you can miss this step if you want. I'm just going to go around all the edges of all my layers. So next, all I'm going to do is glue the layers together. Really simple. I've got my pattern paper layer, and then I've got my card layers, and I'm just sticking together. Nothing hard here. So now that all the layers are done, I'm going to add some lace and some ribbon around the rectangle layer and around the large square. I'm just going to stick this on, put in some double-sided sellotape at the back, and then matching up some ribbon. Now that we've got all our layers all made up with our lace and our ribbon, we're going to glue them down to our card. So I've got an 8x8 top folding square card here, and all I'm doing is taking my tacky glue and gluing down all my layers one on top of the other, and I'll add some foam pads for the top image. Off camera, I die cut my butterflies from some white card, and I inked all the edges and then cut them in half. I also repeated that with the foliage. I used the same walnut stain, and I've got some matching mulberry flowers. All I'm going to do is glue these around the card to decorate, and then I will add on the mulberry flowers. I'm using hot glue, but you can use any glue that you like. I just find it quicker using the hot glue. Once I'm happy with my placement of all the flowers and I've glued them in, I'm going to take some more of the little die cuts that I've saved, some of the wings and some of the foliage. I'm even going to cut wee bits of the leaf off the foliage and glue them tucked in and under everything. Off camera, I printed out some little sentiments. You don't need to do this bit, you could use some die cuts or even stamp some sentiments, but I just did this for quickness. I also inked the edges with the same walnut stain, and I'll add these on along with some ribbon and gems. But first of all, I'm going to add some glue to the flowers. So I've got some tacky glue here that dries clear, and I'm going to mix in some loose glitter. Now you don't need to do this step, you could just add glue directly to the flowers and then sprinkle glitter on, but I find this is a quicker way and it's less messy, apart from you getting some odd bits of glitter on your desk. And I'm just going to mix these together in one of my wee trays and then spread it on with a paintbrush. So what do you guys think? Did you enjoy it? Did you like the wee card? What do you think? While the glitter was drying, I added some gloss to her lips and her eyes just to make them pop a bit more. I just think it adds that wee finished touch. If I added too much glitter, too many gems, you know me, I like a lot of bling. I've also added to the inside some layers to make the card sturdy on the back and also to give you a place to write your sentiment or your text. Also, you could print a wee bit sentiment for the inside or even stamp one. Again, you could stamp these sentiments or use die cuts instead of these wee printed ones that I put on. It's up to you. Is this something you want to see me do in the future? Or is it not your cup of tea? I apologise if it's not. Remember, you can change things up. I just wanted to give you some hints and tips. Using up some of your pattern papers to match them differently, grunging them up, adding your inks. I just love to do something a bit different for you guys. But if it's something you don't like, please let me know in the comments. I'll try and accommodate as many as I can. Maybe you want to see me do some colouring. It's up to you. Just let me know in the comments. I mean, if I bring in the other one, I can see the difference. I mean, same sort of style card. The only difference between them is I've used an oval die and I've used a circle die, and the colours. That's the main difference on these cards, but they just look so good. Again, if this isn't your thing, the size might not be right, you can reduce to fit what you need. I mean, these are digi images, so they can get reduced as well. But again, just let me know. I love to hear what you guys think. Remember, I know I go on about it. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. If not, I apologise. But if you've not already, maybe subscribe, hit that bell button, get a notification. But until next time, guys, bye.